who's about to shoot the banana ball like a hockey puck.
The 1-2 pitch. Oh! He'll throw it. It's lifted out to left center. Diarmetto's there. Backflip and make the catch!
Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are rolling.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Julia Teixeira, and the Jays did something pretty improbable last night. They beat Baltimore for the third time in 11 tries this season, and they didn't even allow a hit to Ryan Meltcastle. It's good news because Toronto has 2 more at Camden Yards, including tonight when they send Kevin Gausman to the hill. Gausman has been a godsend for the Jays. So much so that they don't really feel inclined to score runs when he pitches. He's just 9-7 but has a 3.24 ERA, and his 187 strikeouts are tied for the lead in the American League. He's on pace for 240 Ks this season, which would be the 4th highest single season total in team history. Oh, and those 3 ahead of him? Each came from a guy that won the Cy Young that season. The guy just ahead of him is Robbie Ray, who won the award 2 years ago, and the Jays let him walk as a free agent, opting to bring in Gausman instead. And how's that gone? In 2 seasons with Seattle, Ray is 12-13, with 10 Ks per 9 innings. Gausman, on the other hand, has a 3.30 ERA and strikes out over 11 per 9 as a Jay. That mark is almost a strikeout better than Roger Clemens' historic pace in his dominant 97-98 seasons. FanDuel currently has Gausman with the 3rd best odds to win the Cy Young, trailing just Garrett Cole and Luis Castillo. And a postseason push could help get Gausman over the top. Because if you look at the numbers, these guys aren't that far apart. Granted, it's currently an uphill climb for the Blue Jays, because Seattle just refuses to lose. Toronto's on the outside looking in at the AL wildcard, a game back of the Mariners, who have won 8 straight. So what do you guys say? A couple more wins in Baltimore? Get back in this thing? To basketball now, and there are a few things we love more at DSC than a record-breaking performance. Or in this case, a record tire. That's what A'ja Wilson did last night. Her 53 points for the Las Vegas Aces matched the highest single-game mark in WNBA history. It was also just the 3rd 50-plus outing in the 27-year history of the league. Wilson's performance was so good, it got this reaction from her coach, who's none other than Hall of Famer Becky Hammon. Hammon says she runs like a deer, jumps like a cat, and catches as if she were Spider-Man. Wilson's numbers last night were truly astronomical. Those 53 points came on 16 of 23 shooting, and she added 7 boards and 4 blocks for good measure. The reigning MVP also vaulted herself ahead of Breanna Stewart in this year's MVP race. Now, she's the odds-on favorite according to FanDuel, in what's essentially a toss-up between 2 of the greatest players on the entire planet. FanDuel also has Wilson's Aces and Stewart's Liberty jostling for the title this year, with the defending champs holding a slight edge there as well. To the NFL, and training camp has been good for rookie quarterbacks this summer. Bryce Young was named Carolina's starter right off the bat, CJ Stroud has the inside track of the Texans starting spot, and Anthony Richardson was awarded Indy's starting job last week. And then there's Will Levis of the Texans. He slipped to the 2nd round of the draft, perhaps because of his affinity for mayo.
Will Levis, quarterback at the University of Kentucky, and I have been known to put mayonnaise in my coffee sometimes.
Oh, where'd you get this?
No! God, please, no! No!
Oh, Will.
Listen, I remember when this happened. It was a federal offense at the time, and it continues to be something I think that he should be locked up for. However, I will say that I faced mayo discrimination recently because I like to dip my fries in mayo, and my boyfriend's brother really came for me for doing that. So I'm not gonna hate on any sort of mayo ingestion as a result of that. Levis's love for mayo might actually be paying off though. And perhaps he's recouping some of the money that he might have lost on draft night.
I want to thank everyone for coming. Today is a very special day. It really is the culmination of years and years of hard work to become the best football player that I could possibly be. And for it to come to this moment is a dream come true. It's not every day that someone offers to compensate you in mayonnaise. I'm proud to officially announce that I've signed a lifetime supply of Hellman's contract.
Wait, so he's not getting paid? That reminds me of something, since we're on a little bit of a Seinfeld kick this week.
We're prepared to offer you all the free coffee you want at any of our stores throughout North America and Europe. Plus, I'll take it.
And all this could have been solved if he just diluted it with a little mayo. To the NBA now, and one of the sadder stories of the past couple years, the fate of Chicago's Lonzo Ball. Lonzo hasn't played in nearly 2 years as a result of a mysterious knee injury. He said on Trae Young's podcast this week that he'll miss all of next season as well. That led to this reaction from ESPN's resident doctor, Stephen A. Smith.
If something went wrong in terms of these procedures that he has had, I don't think he'll ever be the same based off of what we're seeing and hearing and reading about. I've heard that it's even hard for him to get up from the sitting position.
Can't get up from a sitting position? Let's see what Lonzo had to say about that.
Stephen A., who are your sources, bro? Please tell me who your sources are. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta stop yapping. And I actually like you, man. I don't even know you like that, but I like you. I'm coming back, man. Come on.
In typical fashion, Stephen A. just had to have that final word, asking Lonzo to reach out, when he's not rehabbing that knee injury. But that's not all. Stephen A. went off this morning on First Take.
Stop the nonsense. Now, maybe you can get up and get down. Maybe somebody exaggerate. All right, all right, you can stand up and sit down. Bro, you ain't healthy. You've missed about 48% of your games, and you're only 4 years into your career. And on top of it all, you would think that since you missed all of last season and 47 games the season before that, and you're scheduled to miss games at least until the new year, this upcoming season, that you wouldn't make a video proclaiming that you're healthy.
That's all for today. I'll be right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Happy hump day, everybody.